one electoral vote, most polls are showing a close race against Joe Biden this year. With that in mind, the Trump-Pence ticket set their sights on Maine's 2nd District this morning. Vice President Mike Pence spoke for about an hour.
Well, hello, Maine!
The VP hit on a wide range of topics, including the state's lobster industry.
And when Communist China put a 30% tariff on Maine lobsters, this president took action. He said the era of economic surrender is over. We gave Maine's lobstermen $26 million in aid, and we stood up to China to buy more lobsters from Maine.
We were able to speak with the vice president following the rally. He tells TV5 the economy is directly tied to re-election.
I do believe, Brian, that our economic recovery is on the ballot. I mean, think about it. President Trump, our agenda is going to be to keep cutting taxes, keep fighting for free and fair trade, keep fighting for Maine jobs and Maine lobster, and keep investing in the kind of military that sees all of our great Navy ships.
We are a very cold state, and we're headed indoors here for the next couple of months. Do you worry about what lies ahead in terms of the coronavirus and the pandemic here in the state of Maine?
From very early on in this pandemic, President Trump directed us to forge a seamless partnership with every state. And I must tell you that I think the people of Maine can be proud of the job that this state has done. Maine has played a critical role in our nation's response, but here in Maine, where you have less than 1% positivity rate, even as we're going into this season, we really do believe the people of this state have demonstrated that we know how to put the health of ourselves, our families, and our neighbors first.
We're going to re-elect President Donald Trump for 4 more years.
Throughout the campaign, the president has called into question the integrity of the election through the use of absentee voting. Here's what the vice president had to say.
President Trump and I fully support absentee ballot voting. What we've been fighting against is an effort by many Democrat-led states around the country to pass what's called universal mail-in voting, and to pair that with what's called vote harvesting. I mean, the idea that you would send out unsolicited ballots by the hundreds of thousands all across the state, ballots that had not been requested by anyone, and then allow people to gather them up in large numbers, we think creates a tremendous opportunity for fraud. Now, let me be clear. We want to make it easy to vote and hard to cheat. And we believe that in-person voting in any circumstance, absentee ballot voting is time-honored. We're confident in it. But we've had a number of victories in courts around the country as we've been standing for the principle of one person, one vote. It's absolutely essential that we defend that principle to ensure a free and fair election for the American people.
Following today's rally, the vice president made his way to Pennsylvania for a campaign event there. Morgan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Brian. Came out to support the vice president today in Herman as well. Folks from all corners of the state began forming a line as early as 8 this morning. Some also made the trip to Guilford in May to see President Trump. They appreciate these recent visits and agreed that winning the state in the 2nd Congressional District will be important for the Trump-Pence re-election bid.
For me, it's encouraging just to see him take the time to come up to a small state like Maine compared to some of the other places. But Maine is a critical vote that the vice president and the president need.
We need to turn Maine red this election season and vote, as many Republicans in as possible. And I think this helps generally.
After the rally, the vice president flew back to Pennsylvania for
a logging truck
event this evening.
It brings logs.
The Maine Democratic Party responded to the vice president's visit by hosting a virtual roundtable today.
My TV is not 1,400 feet long. See, that's a book, which I should be reading. Right. Hi. 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 Hi, baby. What you want? You want those big bad fleas to go away? You come around just at the right time. Sit down. Show everybody how you now sit on me. Sit down. Yay, see? See? Oh, that's what she does all the time. There. Domestic bliss. We love you, Sylvie.